Wake up, Wildcats!
Today is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025, also known as National Hug Your Cat Day. When National Hug Your Cat Day rolls around each year on June 4th, the perfect opportunity presents itself for some snuggle time. Depending on your feline's critter's nature, hugging may not be in the cards. However, like most animals, touch is a vital part of communication, and the same goes for the clawful kind. All kitten aside, if you're fortunate enough to have a feline friend, any attention that gives you may be a blessing. Others never leave your side and cuddle often. Of course, most cats have personality in spades. Meow is your feline friend. Becomes hysterical when you try to hug him. You may have to settle for a boop. It's unfortunate, but it's an option. And those who don't have feline companionship may need to literally visit a neighbor or voluntarily at a local shelter. Those possum critters need some hugs too.
5 benefits of cuddling your cat. Cuddling with your kitties can decrease bouts of depression and loneliness. Hugging your cat helps you feel more calm and relaxed, which results in lowering the risk of heart disease. The sound of purring has a healing component and it can actually help heal your bones and muscles. People who sleep with their cats get better sleep. Children under the age of 1 who are exposed to cats might have fewer allergies as they get older. Miss Brazil is getting extra cuddles from being Squeaks and Gremlin.
I'm Nyla.
And I'm Jessica. Now please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance and Wildcat Pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As a Wildcat, I will always do my best to listen, show respect, be safe, kind, and responsible every day.
Time to check in with the weather, with the whole weather crew.
What's up, Wildcats?
I'm CJ.
I'm RJ.
I'm Elijah.
And we'll be doing today's weather. Today's high will be 84 degrees.
With a low of 62 degrees.
With POP. Thunderstorms.
Oh my God.
Let's kick it back to the news desk.
Thank you. Looks like it will be another beautiful Michigan day.
Oh, time for some laughs. I'm not saying that.
Greetings and salutations, Wildcats.
That's not how you do it, Michael. Howdy, Wildcats. I'm Jalen,
And I'm Michael, as she said.
and we have some hilarious last jokes for you guys.
The best way to teach your kids about taxes is by eating 30% of their ice cream. Oh.
What do cowboys put on their salads? Ranch dressing. Ha! Now,
Let's
have a
get
great
back to the
summer,
news desk.
and have a great summer.
Have a salutations summer.
Oh,
Today's Today in History is brought to you by Jordan.
On June 4th, or today on June 4th, the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution granting women the right to vote is passed by Congress and sent to the states for ratification. The women's suffrage movement was founded in the mid-19th century by women who had become politically active through their work in the abolitionists and temperance movements. On July 1848, 240 women suffragists, including Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretta Mott, met in Sen-
Seneca.
Sen- Seneca Falls, New York, to assert the rights to women to vote. Female in Fran- in
Enfranchisement.
enfranchisement was still largely opposed by most Americans in the destruction of the North-South conflict and subsequent civil war precluded further discussion. During the Reconstruction era, the 15th Amendment was adopted, granting African American men the right to vote. The Republican dominated Congress failed to expand its progressive radicalism into the sphere of gender. In 1869, the National Woman Suffrage Association, led by Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, was formed to push for an amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Another organization, the American Woman Suffrage Association, led by Lucy Stone, was organized in the same year to work through the state's legislators in 1890. These two
Societies.
societies were united as the National American Woman Suffrage Association. That year, Wyoming became the first state to grant women the right to vote. By the beginning of the 20th century, the role of women in American society was changing drastically. Women were working more, receiving a better education, bearing fewer children, and several states had authorized female suffrage. In 1913, the National Woman's Party organized the voting power of these enfranchised women to elect congressional representatives who supported women's suffrage. And by 1916, both the Democratic and Republican parties openly endorsed female enfranchisement. In 1919, the 19th Amendment, which stated the rights of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on the account of sex, passed both houses of Congress and was sent to the states for ratification. 8 days later, the 19th Amendment took effect. Despite the passage of the amendment and decades-long contributions of Black women to achieve suffrage, poll taxes, local laws, and other restrictions continue to block women of color from voting. It would take another 50 years for all women to achieve voting equally.
Thank you, Jordan. Now it's time to see what Chef Henry and Kaden have cooking for lunch.
Thank you, Jessica and Nyla. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chef Mateo.
I'm Chef Kaden.
And I'm Chef Henry.
And today's lunch is going to be grilled cheese on whole wheat bread, veggie sticks, an apple, and milk. This is my last day on the T. It was a pleasure being on it, and Signing off.
Have a great Wednesday. Now let's turn it back to the dostas. Bon appetit, my friends. Mwah.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
We are now going to send it over to Marvin for his last adventure of the year.
Can you guess where he is today? We're supposed to say at the same time.
Where in the world is Marvin?
Welcome to our latest edition of Where in the World is Marvin? Join us on our last adventure of the year. Can you guess where Marvin is?
Let's go those passports ready for our last adventure of the school year. Can you guess where am I? The country that I visit has warm summers and winters are long cold with lots of snow. The Yellow River is super long and runs all the way up the Yellow Sea. There is no national animals, but this country does have the Siberian tigers as an unofficial symbol. This country has a big army. The government controls the media. There is no foreign travel meeting. People need special permission from the government to leave the country. So if you plan on visit this country, it requires special planets and studying of their strict rules. Can you guess where am I? North Korea. That's the map.
Thank you, Marvin. Enjoy. I hope you guys all enjoy a wonderful summer. Bye.
Have a wonderful summer. See you next year.
Let's take a last look at our wonderful artist's latest creation.
What's up, Wildcats? Welcome to our very last edition of Cameron's Art Corner. I'm Cheyenne.
I'm Cameron.
And today we have art from Jackson from 2nd grade. Kingston from 2nd grade. And Gabby from 6th grade. Make sure to keep drawing over the summer. Have a good summer.
Here are Cheyenne's daily announcements. So listen up.
Thursday middle school Spirit Wear is superhero versus villain, and Friday is Trillium Spirit Wear. If you are not participating, students are required to be in dress code.
Students who bought a tie-dye shirt will start dyeing shirts on Wednesday, June 4th and Thursday, June 5th. We do have limited sizes still available for $15. See Ms. Brazil for more information.
Summer school is going to be so much fun this year. All students are welcome to attend. Please see Ms. Brazil for more information.
Field day for middle school will be on Monday, June 9th in the afternoon. Students are allowed to wear their field day shirts with shorts that day.
Field day for grades 5 through K will be on Tuesday, June 10th. K through 2 will be in the morning and 3 to 5 in the afternoon. Students can wear their field day shirts and shorts on this day. That's our final show of the year.
We wish Chef Mateo the best of luck in high school. Thanks for watching.
And have
A wonderful Wednesday and a fantastic summer.
Thanks for watching. Have a great summer, Wildcats.